not gangster. That's very not gangster.
I came up, got my name up. So when they speak of who blinged up, I'm who they bring up. Come up dissing and you'll come up missing. I'm a cutthroat baller like O.J. Simpson. I came up, got my name up. So when they speak of who blinged up, I'm who they bring up. Come up dissing and you'll come up missing.
Say that again. I couldn't hear you over the sound of me myself.
I done came up, got my name up. So when they speak of who blinged up, I'm who they bring up. Come up dissing and you'll come up missing. I'm a cutthroat baller like O.J. Simpson. Little homie, listen, try and serve me. I put a 25 in your back like Barry Bonds jersey. On the streets, on the beach, y'all ain't able. Cause too I shit on rappers like major labels. What's with the ice grilling, homie? Change your face. This either do more to tan you to change your race. Girls love metaphor, and I love them back. Addicted to getting head, chicks call me the brainiac. Battle rap with words war like jihad. I write dope, flow crack, my notepad need rehab. Fuck y'all CDs, y'all can't see these or touch these. Rhyme so chronic, my soul's give you the munchies.
Yeah, I heard you talking about that.
These were some of the hardest foo-foo bars I ever heard in my life.
I mean, they gotta start somewhere, dog.
That's why I didn't even stop him. I just laughed.
Gotta get better. Practice makes perfect.
That nigga said, "This is Noah Davis genocide." I was like, "What?
What?
Wait a minute." I am not a rapper. I'm a gamer, but I've been rapping for 2 years. I was like, okay.
Genocide?
Genocide, bro.
Genocide.
Shit scared me for a second. It's like, whoa.
I'm just making sure I can hear myself.
Can you hear yourself now?
Yes, I can hear. Oh, that's dope. Okay. Yeah. I can
Okay.
really hear myself now.
Yeah.
Yay.
How the fuck
I never labeled you because you had a mic next to you.
That nigga said,
I'm just saying, like with the fan,
Yeah.
because I turned my headphone volume up so I can hear the fan. But now I can hear it.
Turn them
over.
shits up, nigga.
Yeah, because you wasn't turned up over here.
Fist cups, nigga.
Fist cups.
Turn my headphones up.
One, turn your headphones down just a little. Alright. How you sound?
Turn them shits up, nigga.
Sound better? Feel good about yourself?
I sound the same.
I know, because I had to turn you up over here.
Uh,
So, that's why I didn't want you to be super loud in your own fucking ears.
turn them shit. Hey, yo, me, man. You don't turn them shits up, nigga.
But
I'll come up with a lot of good shit. Like Shantae was saying how she wanted to get mental people fit. Shit blew me too.
you gotta explain this.
I don't really know how.
You got to. You gotta do something.
It was, she wants to help the I don't think they were like mentally challenged, but I guess people who go through what Mimi go through.
Okay.
They may suffer from, depression or
Right.
having the Aisha Curry syndrome type shit. And
I
then
feel like
she,
you coming for me, bro.
oh, that's how you. Well, yeah, Tone, you've been feeling depressed lately too. You want a hug? I'm not gonna hug you, but
I don't want a hug from you. I told you that. That's not right.
I told you my hugs is valid
And I believe you, but I don't want your hug.
because they're not for you.
Oh, but you just offered.
No, I did not offer you a hug. I asked you, did you want one?
My babies gave me hugs, and I felt
Right.
fine.
See, good, but you needed a hug.
I definitely need. Everybody needs a hug.
Haven't I need a hug?
He's
Is
banned.
anybody
Stop.
out here willing to embrace a thug?
He's
Shower
banned.
down on me with your love.
He's
Need
banned.
you to lift me up.
Stop it. He's banned.
Yes.
Yes.
I wonder if Drake's still banned, seeing that Toronto just kicked
I know.
the shit out of us.
He ain't banned, but like, you can only listen to like the greatest hits right now. You can't.
I'm mad that we
Can't-
lost 4 games in a row, probably by a grand total of maybe 12 points.
You're right.
Like,
You're right.
how the fuck did that happen?
That means that maybe one person didn't come to play.
Yeah, and his name is Chris Middleton. Sorry, motherfucker.
Did not come to play.
Hope you don't get no Big Max deal, bitch.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to hate on the
we
Bucks.
not finna pay you $150 million to suck my nuts.
So sick of ants. Oh, I was cold. Y'all saw that? It's still alive, but I hit it.
I just want you to know that Mimi chucked a whole glittery ass shoe across the room to kill one ant. 2 glittery ass shoes across the room to kill an ant. All right, so
Are you throwing your phone?
yeah, she done threw everything for one ant. All right, so if you hear the sound of my voice, that means that you're listening to another edition of the Death Fresh Show. Right away, I'm going to have to give y'all fair warning. We're fat and it's hot, so you will hear the sound of a fan in the background.
Tone, you got your shoes on my carpet.
Yes.
What'd I say after I used my carpet cleaner?
Where'd you say that? Because if you said something, I didn't see it. I'm not going to lie. Did you say it to the heathens?
I only took my shoes off because my motherfucking foot was hurt.
So that means he would have had his shoes on.
Yeah.
You niggas is trying to die.
My shoes brand new.
I barely wear it. These are actually my gym
Your
shoes.
brand new?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Did you walk in with the box from those shoes underneath your feet, or were you walking on pavement and in grass or whatever the fuck else you were walking on?
I put paper towels down as I walked.
He rolled out a red carpet.
Then you was just at the fucking movies.
The Princess of Mundo.
So you probably got popcorn and nut and whatever the fuck else be going on, because I know how people get down at the movies.
Ugh. You say popcorn and nut?
Yes.
Nut corn.
Now I'm pretty sure everybody think that the movie floor is sticky just because of
Corn
some
nuts.
Coca-Cola.
Ugh.
It's definitely not.
Popcorn.
So
nuts.
is this what you used to do at the movie then?
Yes.
You just jack off niggas and squirt it on the floor?
No, I sit on there and then I get up before I finish, because you're not going to make me
Nah,
the movies and I got to walk around tripping like that.
Ugh. This is not what we're here for.
Drip.
That's disgusting.
It is. That's why I wouldn't let them do it. First of all, that movie sucked, okay?
What movie did you see?
What movie was that where Sam Jackson was the cop and lived next door and he was mad?
Lakeview Terrace or
yes,
something like that?
that movie sucked.
Why the fuck did y'all go see that?
Because it was Sam L, my nigga. Motherfucking Sam L.
I thought it was going to be interesting.
He didn't even look like he said motherfucker in that movie.
He looked like he was racist in that movie. I'm confused. Sam L racist?
Yeah, so when he was mad because she was fucking with a white dude. Apparently. He's tormenting and shit.
So he was mad because a pretty black chick married
Was
to a
that
white
Kerry
guy.
Washington?
I think
in
it
that
was
movie?
Carrie.
Well, here's the power of Google. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be right back. I have to Google Sam Jackson's movie catalog.
That's gonna be a long ass Google.
Don't even do that. Just type in Lakeview Terrace.
Right. But we have to apologize. We took a nice break off because we were celebrating the 1 year anniversary of Socially Awkward. And as a whole, we all got too drunk for it. So we didn't drop a show that Thursday. But make sure you guys do go over there and check out Socially Awkward. I don't care if you go all the way back to the beginning or you pick up where we left off at. It was a fucking fabulous show. I am glad that Mimi came out her little comfort zone and did her show.
Where's she doing that?
I'm just saying in general. Like, you remember, it took us forever. The Death Fresh Show has been around for about 8 years, going all the way back to internet radio. How many times have we had said, Mimi, you should do your own show?
We said that a lot.
A lot.
Yeah, and then I had other people on social media like, man, Mimi, you really need to get a show. You really need to get a show. So on top of y'all telling me all of these years and me having my social media friends that kept like pushing me, I'm like, you know what? Maybe it might be time for me to give it a shot and see how it goes.
All right, so my question for you. How does it feel to get a whole year under your belt? Because a lot happened that 1 year.
You know what? I'm honestly like, we know how I can be a bit of an overachiever with things. Shut up. But for it to be a year, like, I feel like things definitely could have gone a lot better. You know, it's bumps and shit along the road. That's to be expected. And I didn't anticipate on having to take the break that I did. So I think it was kind of disappointing for me not to be able to have a year that was consistent.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I definitely want to work on that this year, and hopefully no more mental breakdowns. That'll kind of force me on the shelf.
Well, you're a Gemini, so we can't make that promise.
I will cut you.
You knew it was coming. Okay, so now since we're here now, can you, as a Gemini, in your own words, explain why Geminis are hated so much?
People hate us because they don't understand us.
They hate us because they ain't us.
And
Maybe you a Cancer. Shut up.
And they don't understand us because of the things that we tend to understand. So we are literally walking contradictions, and that's not always a bad thing. The problem with us is we don't really see it as a problem, but everybody else does. We are able to look at both sides of the coin and get both sides of the coin. So a lot of times we are labeled as two-faced because people want to see everything as either or, and we don't. Like, I can completely disagree with what you're saying, but at the same time I can still fully understand and respect why you have that point of view, even though I disagree with it. And there are times where just me sitting here being a third party, you and Juan could be going back and forth about something. I can agree with both of you because you both have valid points and views, and me being able to say, well, you know what? If I was on Tone end, I would completely understand why he felt this way, because if it was me, blah, 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 blah. But because Juan is on the opposite side of the table and he can't see things the way that Tone is seeing it, I can still see and understand why he feels the way that he does. So to me, neither one of you are wrong based on your individual positions in that conversation. And a lot of people can't rock with that. They don't understand that. So they feel like, oh, well, you motherfuckers is too wishy-washy and flippity-floppity, and y'all can't make up y'all minds and y'all two-faced it. No, we just see shit completely different than a lot of other people do.
Okay. So, you know that it came out like maybe a few years ago that there was a 13th sign. So, when you look at the new astrological rearrangement...
I thought that was fake news.
No, it's actually really... Scientists have actually proven it. You would no longer be a Gemini based on the new infrastructure. You would actually be a Taurus.
Never.
You could not accept the fact that you would be a Taurus.
Never.
But, on the other hand, Juan would be a Gemini.
Juan don't have what it takes to be a Gemini. He's not smart enough. I mean, he's not a complete idiot. He just lacks the intellectual capacity to be a successful Gemini.
What do you think Juana would need to be a successful Gemini?
I just told you.
I mean, like, what things can he improve to be able to make this transition to the Gemini lifestyle?
You're not a complete idiot.
You're not.
Dog, heard these fucking backhanded compliments, dog.
I'm just, he not.
Backhand the shit out of her.
He not, you know. He ain't there yet. And I don't think it's, I mean, you
lost hope for Juan?
Bro, you about to be 31. It's too late.
And he still don't have a savage bone in his body?
No, he got savage bone in his body. He just, Juan has to be really, really, really triggered. And there are only two things really known to man that trigger him: chicken nuggets and family.
I swear I was gonna say
you fuck with his chicken nuggets, he will snap. You fuck with his fam, he will snap. Like, other than that, bro, just be cool when he be chilling.
That's actually the truth. It don't have to be chicken nuggets anymore with dog. Anything chicken related. Like,
but we've seen you almost get decapitated.
Alright, in his defense, he was hungry that night.
And it's
but
like,
it was still a great fucking joke.
And I mean, it put me in a bad spot, because you know you fam, but it's like, I was going to have to help bro hide the body, because it's like, you know, there's blood, bro. So,
but
and the fact that I think your car was paid off, so I could have just had a whip, just paid the registration. So,
thank you, a bitch ass whip.
So you think that after all of these years, we've all made a pact that if anyone dies around the other, we have the right to go in the other person's pockets. You think I wouldn't go take your car keys was gonna be in your pockets, nigga?
Pockets. At least leave the car to the woman folk.
Y'all done had kids then?
I said the woman folk. I didn't say the kids.
She had a whole van.
Did she?
Yeah.
Clearly the heat didn't work, so she definitely needed my car. Was it the Cobalt we did that in? Or was it the... Well, either way it goes.
Wasn't that little ass blue car?
It was either the Corolla or the Cobalt.
I thought that was the one that the deer killed.
Yeah,
the Cobalt. It was the Cobalt if the deer... No, it was the Corolla if the deer killed it.
Tom hit a whole motherfucking deer.
No, a deer committed suicide on the freeway, people.
So was doing 90.
I wasn't even doing 90 yet, dog.
Right. We sitting here laughing at this motherfucking horse video. Meanwhile, we got Brandy Norwood sitting over there on the fucking futon.
Look, okay. Getting off of work. Long day. And see, my job was right by the freeway. So, of course, as soon as you hit that ramp, you like, fuck it. Speed limit was 65. I'm ready to fucking go 65 to get home.
Right, but
the family of deer who happened to be on the side of the freeway on the other side of the fence.
So you killed him in front of his family?
No, they all died that day.
Oh, so you took them all out?
No. They all decided to commit suicide at the same time. Because you ever played Duke Nukem?
Yes, I have.
And you ever seen when he had used the shotgun to kill the pigs and how they exploded? That's what happens when one of them ran in front of a fucking semi-truck.
Yeah.
Like, we don't even know where the head went. It just exploded. So they just decided to dart in front of the freeway on a busy ass day. I'm still traumatized from that. Because that deer head went into the car. It looked at me before it died.
You winked, bro?
I don't even think they can wink, but I seen it. I seen all of that.
So his last image.
So did it die with a smile on his face like that horse did?
Thought we wasn't talking about the horse no more.
If you guys don't understand the horse joke, go listen to the last 2 episodes of Socially Awkward. 3. Because by the time this dropped, we been brung it up again.
No.
Okay.
We are done beating a dead horse.
I see what you did. It's terrible human being.
Fucking dead.
Oh, terrible. I mean,
like, how did they get him off the property?
You go get a fucking shovel and put his ass on the back of a truck. So, speaking of horses, Juan.
Yeah, there was a bunch of Mexicans, too.
Dog, will you stop that?
Were they or were they not? Because that whole video is in Spanish.
It could have been Puerto Rican.
Nah.
I don't know if it's horses in Puerto Rico.
There's a bunch of niggas that look like George Lopez.
Okay, they were Mexican. But no, Juan. So I got a question for you.
What's up?
So you're a huge fan of Lil Nas X, right?
I ain't gonna say a huge fan, but
like you fuck with this single.
I like the song.
Okay, you fuck with the single. It just came out that a lot of people are trying to figure out why people like the Lil Nas X song. And why, as black people, we give him a pass, but let somebody like Eminem or Taylor Swift sample our music and we immediately call them
culture vultures?
Yeah. When technically, he is jumping into a lane. Now, I know the answer, but I want to hear what you got to say. He's jumping into a lane that don't belong to him.
Nigga, all lanes belong to us.
I was going to say that. I wanted to hear what Juan was going to say.
Okay, well, wait, what was the question? I don't think.
Do you feel like he's being a culture vulture on the country music scene?
No, why?
Because a lot of people think that he is. They think that because he couldn't do what he was supposed to do in the rap world, he went and got somebody else's music to get a little hit.
Ain't that what white people do? They've been doing that shit.
But they saying, why don't we're not outraged about him like we are about white people?
Tell white people to give us back blues, rock and roll, R&B, hip hop.
We have R&B.
Rap. Or Justin Timberlake tried to take it.
No, we let him in.
He tried to take it. Before we said Justin Timberlake could come to the cookout, he definitely was making a play for Bobby Brown's spot.
No, Bobby Brown didn't want Bobby Brown's spot at the time.
Well, that's because he's always high.
You always high.
That's not to say we don't make functional decisions.
We do.
My thing with this Lil Nas X shit is, we got behind the song strictly because white people said we should.
That is true.
White people said you are not to like this song. Niggas was like, fuck y'all, this shit slapping. Because you know what? Dave East was correct. That shit is... I like it, but I can honestly admit it's corny.
It is corny as
It's
fuck.
like, look at what he's talking. But the nigga flipped it. Nigga got a Wrangler deal.
It's catchy as hell.
So now he finna get paid to wear Wranglers.
I'll admit that what made me go listen to the song was the headlines about the white people complaining and getting it pulled off the country chart. That's what made me go listen. But once I listened to it, nigga, that beat sucked me in.
Slap, yeah.
And then next thing you know, I'm streaming it on repeat on Apple Music.
Look, when Billy Ray
Getting
sat
him
down
all
and
his
said,
plays.
no, but see, when Billy Ray, not when he jumped on it, but when he said, how is this not country? It's got beats, it's talking about country life, and it's got a fucking banjo in it. That, by definition, makes it country.
Anything with a banjo in it is fire.
It's no. I punched my wife because she wouldn't listen. It's an actual real song.
I was finna say, bro, we finna have an intervention on this shit now.
No, that was an
I was
actual...
like, we do not condone that. Cut the tape.
Country music songs are fucking disrespectful if you listen to some of them.
Did that song have a banjo in it?
It had a banjo in it, though.
Fire.
I want out.
Fire.
So you gonna support it?
Country music. Okay, a banjo and country music is like hip hop with an 808.
I'll give you that.
Fire.
I depending on who behind the boards.
If Metro Boomin with a banjo, fire. You can punch all these niggas.
I don't know.
live.
I think I'd take Just Blaze with a banjo.
Nigga, give me Kanye West in the back. See? Back to my whole point
That's
from like
why I
3 weeks
did it.
ago. Kanye need a fucking church show.
Why?
Why not? You're not telling me why he don't need this.
I don't want to go to culture church with Yeez.
What? Church with Yeezus, you not with this?
I'm not with, Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Why?
I'm not down with that.
I mean, look, he could be he could be the first diversified church ever. You could have Bruce Jenner, who is now Caitlyn Jenner. She could be the deacon and the first lady all at once. I feel like you're not following me.
I'm following you. I'm not fucking with you.
What, man? All I'm saying is you don't want.
So you want to go to church where Caitlyn Jenner is sitting in the front in all white with the big first lady hat on.
I'm here for it. I feel like you're not down with the expression, Tom.
I'm not fucking with a Kardashian filled church, bruh.
I mean, it may be more of a sinner's paradise, but
I mean, that's what church is for, though. But
yeah.
So let me ask you this: would you go to the church?
Would I go?
Would you go
I'm open to it.
after the choir has performed? Because let's be honest, that's the only reason why we're there.
Would I stick around and hear what he has to say?
Yes,
I give him like 20 minutes of my time, like after I listen to the music.
because you're only really there for the choir.
Right after the choir, I give him 20 minutes. If it wasn't, because you can tell when Kanye is finna veer off the rails in a conversation. I watched enough Kanye interviews to know.
But isn't that what the guest pastors tend to do anyway? They veer off. All right, I will go to church only if Farnsworth Bentley is the usher board.
Okay,
You gotta have Farnsworth on the usher board.
I can see that.
Okay, once we got Farn, because he gonna have the ushers fly, take you to your seats, the whole 9 yards. Magically come down with an umbrella, some shit like that. I don't know. He just appears. So who's all at this church? We here now.
The Church of Yay. Who's all at this church?
Who's at the Church of Yay?
Well, okay, so Kanye West is obviously the pastor.
Okay. Who's on the deacon board? Besides Kid Cudi.
Deacon board, GLC and Consequences. You don't remember them?
I know G. I like G. You got that one song called Drive Slow.
Yeah.
In Shock State of Mind. Fucking fire, by the way.
So you'll have, how many people will be on the deacon board?
Let's say 4.
So we'll go
Keep it simple.
GLC, Consequences, Kid Cudi, and DJ Khaled.
Khaled is never gonna stay in his damn seat. You know what? He got to lead prayer.
See?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm riding with you now.
So Kanye West is obviously the pastor.
Okay.
Like I said, Caitlyn Jenner is the first lady and
Treasurer.
Yeah, treasurer. She got a whole dick.
What the fuck does got to do with
I don't know, but this is a church of diversity, man.
What does that have to do with anything?
We got transgenders and all type of shit in this church, man.
They all accepted here at the Church of Ease.
Okay, what else qualifies as a church?
What else?
Because you got to have a deacon board. Do you have the usher board?
All right, who we putting in for? Who's doing Sunday school
Who's doing Sunday school?
for the adults and the kids?
Killer Mike. Yeah, I'm fucking with this church.
Is he doing? Is he leading Sunday school for the kids or for the adults, bro?
I pay good money to see Killer Mike sit in a room with a bunch of 6-year-olds and tell them that their dreams ain't shit and grow up and get real jobs, because that's exactly what we told them kids on that damn TV show I watched.
Why are we putting Killer Mike in? Okay.
That nigga said, what do you want to be when you grow up? I'm going to be a rocket scientist. Said, no, you're going to be a carpenter. Like, what the fuck you telling kids?
mean, Jesus was a carpenter. Yeezus makes beats. Okay, I
So
get it.
he fine-tuned his craft.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had Killer Mike running Sunday school.
Okay.
Um,
Who's the choir director?
choir director,
Yeah.
Dr. Dre.
I would more so with Andre 3000.
You want 3,000?
I'll do 3000.
Well, yeah, if it's gonna be a weirdo church, let's make it Andre 3000.
I feel like 3000.
I feel like Andre will come in the pink fur, and that's just what's on his arms.
And he gonna sit in the front with a teacup and a pinky out for no reason.
That's what I'm saying.
I can fuck with that.
Yeah, this church lit. You telling me you wouldn't go?
I had to listen. I had to believe.
Right. I believe that this church is lit. And then,
Okay.
you know, Kanye, get Kanye on the keyboard, and then we get the choir singing. Fantasia's on lead. Hey, Fantasia
I'm not saying.
she be singing, bro.
I mean, we can have multiple people in the choir from the choir though.
Well, we have Fantasia. We'll go get Kelly Price.
Can we get Jilly
Just got.
from Philly?
Yeah. Then we get Marsha Ambrosia. I don't know what happened to that other chick from Floetry.
I don't know. She started doing poetry, bruh.
That's all she do now?
That's the last time I heard her. She had a poetry album.
Spoken word. Can Bill Cosby be a guest speaker, but we have to do him via satellite?
He's on the sick and shut in list.
He's what?
On the sick and shut in list.
Is that a real thing?
It's a real thing. Like when they have you pray for the sick and shut in, like folks who couldn't make it because they ill or they can't get out their house.
Unless you ain't paid your tithes, then they don't want to do shit.
So he definitely shut in.
So how do regular people pay tithes at this fancy ass church?
Cash app.
Cash app? So Kanye got a cash app?
Or we use the rush card.
Cash app, or they got
The rush card was a scam, Tom.
They be having ATMs in the back and shit.
Yeah, this church, they got ATMs,
You
bro.
telling me rush card wasn't a scam?
And they probably got one of them things, like when you go to the casino and you gotta cash out your tickets and shit. Probably got one of them.
I'm pulling up
A
with
cage cashier and shit.
Do you think Jay and Bay come to this church?
Nah.
Why not? Oh, because you know what they can. No, they might have to, dog, because at the church of Kanye, he's definitely praying to Beyonce.
I think he could get Jay to be a guest speaker, and then Jay will come and recite like where I'm from.
Yeah,
But he wouldn't do the actual song. He would just spit the bars, so it sound like he preaching.
I feel like he'll do a lore.
That can work too.
Or I say, jealousy, I say, had the whole world mad at me, I say.
Man. Or he'll do a couple bars from Lucifer.
Yeah, he definitely do a couple bars from there.
Yeah. So this church right now is lit.
It's okay. I fucks with it. Okay, so who's all in the congregation?
Like just people coming.
People
Anybody
just
can
coming.
come.
But like, who's noticeable people?
Noticeable people.
Yeah.
Bow Wow, he need prayer for real.
You just gonna put Shad Moss in the church first.
Yeah, pretty
Out of
much.
all people you could think of.
Yeah, he was the first one on my mind. Cause
Not Sylvester.
the cat.
No, Robert Sylvester.
Nah, he can't come to this church.
He needed more than anybody.
Yeah, but he go see all those fine women and just
He don't want to find women.
he'll be weirded out, and then he'll still leave anyway because there'll be too many adults.
Have him go to the night service.
Nah,
The night service is more intimate anyway.
Then you be trying to teach Sunday school with Killer Mike and shit. I can't have this.
Sunday morning.
Yeah, I can't fuck with R. Kelly.
Breakfast was on the table. That's not even his song.
It's not, but I can imagine him singing some shit like that. Fuck creep ass nigga.
Gotham City in the ghetto.
Talking about sausage and giving up sausage. R. Kelly nasty. Freaky ass.
I believe I can fly.
I believe they should lock his ass up.
Dog, you know it was actually churches out here really performing that song at service, dog.
Yes, because it was such a moving song.
It was, dog. He ruined everything.
You know how many graduations I've seen him play I Believe I Can Fly?
Man, just ruined everything. Everything.
Speaking of graduations.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to everybody that graduated over the last couple of weeks. Y'all graduations was lit. It was fire. I'm proud of a lot of y'all because, let's be honest,
I never thought motherfuckers would make it.
yeah, some of y'all even thought that y'all wouldn't make it. Like, my friend posted, like, all 4 of her kids have graduated from high school, right? But she said this last one was like the hardest challenge because they had so many issues just getting this motherfucker to go to school, let alone graduate.
I don't like.
So do you remember your graduation?
I would never encourage for a parent to let their kid drop out. I would never encourage that. Or if I was a parent, I wouldn't encourage that. But I would understand a nigga's plight when they be like, dog, school just sucked. Because I thought school sucked.
Everybody thought school sucked.
School was trash. Like, and it's not like, and I don't think, because here's just my perception of school.
Okay.
In any form. I believe most of it is common sense.
It is.
I don't really think, like, when they hand you a sheet of paper with all these word problems on there or whatever the homework assignment is, I don't believe they grade you on whether you got shit right or wrong. I think most of your grades come from if you just fucking gave a shot and tried. Because I've seen motherfuckers do an assignment and get shit half wrong, but they still getting like a B average in this class because they attempt and they try and they put their best foot forward. Like, A's is undeniable.
All they want you to do is pass a fucking exam.
Right. Like, A's is undeniable. You got everything right. I can't deny anything you did on this paper. I have to give you an A. But, like, B's and C's are for effort. You can keep a B average on some effort shit.
Yeah, because not knocking any hustle, but, like, this year, the 2019 class of Rufus King had 11 valedictorians. So that's 11 motherfuckers who all, I must say, had a 4-point because
they overachieved.
They hit their mark. I feel like as great as that accomplishment is, if you
it's about 300
just try, I think a lot of people can hit the basic level.
Yeah, I feel like that's what school is. School wants you to try.
Right.
And motherfuckers who don't try get used because you did not get no.
I think you actually just have to not show up to get used, bruh.
No, trust me, I went and got used. I was there every day.
You are a horrible human being.
You gave no motherfucking effort.
That's exactly why they use you instead of F. Like, this is just unacceptable.
Fail, motherfucker. You get no effort.
You gave no effort. But no, how was your graduation though?
My graduation was smooth. It was a big accomplishment because I didn't think I was ever gonna graduate. I thought I was.
Did you do anything crazy at your graduation? When you walked across the stage, anything like that?
Oh, no, not really.
Because when I walked across the stage, I busted Ric Flair.
You just shredded.
I did my whole thing, dog. Threw jackets on the ground, the whole 9 yards, dog.
I just watched him just broke his shoulder. Like, every time I watch that video, dog breaking his neck down there, flipping on the stage, I have to keep rewinding.
But here's the thing, though. Like, there was a point in time where a lot of high schools were banning kids for doing special shit at graduation.
It's kind of like when they banned the touchdown dance and shit.
Yeah.
Get,
like, niggas couldn't celebrate probably their greatest achievement ever.
Oh, yeah. The principal definitely had that conversation with us for like 3 weeks leading up to graduation.
Like it
At
was
the
the point where niggas
auditorium.
was getting threatened. Like if you do whatever, you will not get your diploma.
Right.
I'm like, damn, can you really do
Right.
that? And I'm technically still a graduate. I completed all my requirements, bro. I think according to the state of Wisconsin,
Right.
I am a high school graduate.
Right.
Because we graduated at the little shit at MATC.
Right. Which
And-
I would love to have had that shit like that.
Yeah, so we graduated at the place at MATC, and we was doing like graduation prep, and like over the course of them 2 to 3 weeks before we actually graduated, during every rehearsal, he would stand on stage and say, "You will not do anything stupid going across this stage." Like he reiterated at the beginning and at the end, just don't do nothing stupid. He didn't want to see no dancing. He didn't want to see no inappropriate clothes. He didn't want to see shit. I was like, God damn, nigga, this is my moment. I can't have
Right,
no fun
like-
with it.
My whole thing I've always had an issue about with the graduation ceremony is this is probably the farthest some people will go. Like, not even trying to sound mean or anything, but this is the furthest that they will go. They won't go to college. Some people might get shot next week. Well, you don't know that.
It's true.
You know,
Or-
that was me knocking on wood, not hoping nobody got
Or,
shot.
like, depending on that kid and their struggle,
Right.
this is their greatest achievement, because a lot of people, you're not going to graduate. You're
Right.
not going to finish high school. You're not going to get out this motherfucker.
Right.
You will be here 5 to 6 years. And when you hear that so many times, and you look at your track record, you're like, damn, I'm really going to be in high school 6 years. I'm going to be that guy that's going to drop out because I'm not coming back when I'm 21.
Facts.
I'm not coming back after 19. If I'm not done with this by 19, I'm not coming back at 20.
Plus, you gotta look at they struggle like they may have ADD, where it was hard
Yeah,
for them
like-
to pay attention,
like learning
or
is difficult.
or dyslexia, which was a big thing at one point in time.
Which is why I say, with all these fucking disabilities that kids be having, they grade you on the effort if you try. Because it's really hard for some people to fucking learn. So you can't expect the motherfucker to get straight A's or whatever, but you
Right.
going to grade him on, and most teachers grade it on a curve anyway.
All right.
So if you tried for 95% of the paper, I can't give you an A because this shit ain't undeniable, but I could give you like a B or a C
A B plus or something.
because you try, and I respect your effort, even though you don't get it.
Right.
But you show up to class, you try your best to pay attention, and you make an effort to do all your homework. I can give you a B off the strap.
All right, and that's how I felt like it should have been. Because at the end of the day, I always felt high school was really all about the experience to get you used to dealing with ignorant motherfuckers when you leave here. Because if anything you learned in high school is you got to deal with different people, different personalities, and different situations, and you either got to face it or figure out how to figure this shit out.
That's why I think, like, as much as people, like, I was what Chris Rock said, like, as much as people knock bullying, sometimes you need that shit.
You do need a bully in your life every
Bullies
once in a
help
while.
you prepare for life.
Actually, some bullies get bullied.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because when you look at the aspect of it, man, your boss might be a bully.
Man, it's a lot of bosses that are bullies.
Because they going to tell you what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and you going to do it on their time.
Right.
And even though technically that's what he's supposed to do because he's your boss, but that shit kind of feel like you're being bullied.
Well, the ones that micromanage do. Like the ones that hover and pay attention to every fucking move you make and track your lunch down to the fine minute that you're supposed to clock back in and shit like that.
I've never worked with a person like that, thank God.
They out there, bruh.
Because I've definitely be taking 45-minute lunches.
You moved up in the world, so you might be able to get away with a 45 now. Not back in the day. Then again, you also work a job where a bunch of white people abuse the system anyway.
Oh my
So the
God,
least they can do is let you be on lunch a little longer. Cause you be having whole employees that go home to change clothes and never come back.
I'll be thinking like, I've seen 7 white people do all of this shit, and 45 minutes got to be the least of your problem.
Fact. That's
On
probably
my
why they
end.
let you get away with it.
It's like 45 minutes got to be the least of your
So they be
problem.
like, "Whew, at least he came back." But no, I mean graduation.
all my coworkers are stoners too. Like them motherfucking vape pens are the death.
That's the new way niggas get away with shit.
Like, dog, my coworker sit in the break room and smoke his vape pen. He be fucking stoned over there stacking cereal.
Hey, look, bro, somebody got to put that cereal up.
Yeah, but you don't gotta do it high.
Why not do it high?
I'm high. I'm open boxes sitting in the middle of the fucking high. Hopefully the honeycombs.
That's why doing that shit at Walmart was very, very trying.
I mean, some jobs you need to be high at though, dog. Because this is a very stressful job. So if you can keep the stress down and it helps us keep you employed here,
You ever
fine,
tried?
just don't come to work smelling like it.
You ever tried mixing paint high?
If you mixing paint, the paint fumes alone get you high.
See, all bad.
That's why they do it in the machine now.
Which means I shouldn't have been on my lunch break stoning, and I gotta come back to work and mix paint.
Fam, you go out here, somebody asks for a yellow and a teal, and you out here making ceruleum.
And then like we used to have a section. It was a section on the show for like mishaps. So we would like if you fuck up paint, like just put a dot on it of what the color is,
Right.
and we sell at half price. So like sometimes when I was bored, I would just make colors. I will fuck up the project.
Nigga, this ain't your crayon kit that you can just go out here and mix your own paint.
Hey, I sold more fucked up paint than I actually made for people.
Because there was some unique colors. I give you credit for that. But this is not your job, my nigga. Don't go out here and be reinventing the rainbow. Do it
Why not?
because it's not your job.
Tara, I feel like you've been stifling my creativity.
I embrace your creativity and do what you want.
I can't reinvent the rainbow. They just reinvented fucking Aquarius signs.
And we all still question that shit because we clearly know Mimi must be a Gemini and only a Gemini. Because if she anything else, that'll just break the universe. And I can't see you as a Gemini.
Nah, I don't want to be that. They're crazy.
I just made the cuss. I still a Sagittarius no matter what.
Removing me from the Gemini portion of the Zodiac would be like the equivalent of Thanos snap.
Did we ever discuss that?
Like the
after
entire
effects of his snap?
Yes, we did.
the entire balance of the world would just it would no longer exist.
I think because the thing, if you look at it, they literally shift all Geminis back. Like it wasn't even like, okay, the May Geminis are no longer Geminis at the June start. No, it was like, you know what, we're gonna take this whole sign and shift it one back.
Wait, but if they shifted Gemini's back,
Everybody shifted.
if they shift them back, wouldn't y'all be Aries?
They're Tauruses.
No, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer.
Oh, okay.
So this whole thing shifted everybody.
Because it's what? Pisces, Aries, then Taurus?
Something like that. I don't.
Yes,
I only care about.
Capricorn, Pisces.
Nah.
Capricorn is a January.
Yeah.
Aquarius come after Capricorn.
Oh, Capricorn. Fuck it. Drown a bitch.
God damn.
Yeah. But, because, I mean,
So rude.
Geminis are fucking
You ever met a
geniuses,
Pisces?
man.
If I have, I didn't specifically go looking and say, "Hey, are you a Pisces?"
Your best friend of 20
I mean-
years is a Pisces.
Now,
Ooh.
Tori.
there's a
That
difference.
explains so much.
His birthday is February 22nd.
I don't pay attention to who.
Same birthday as my little sister, who is a fucking Pisces.
Look,
That would
Scorpios, Sagittarius, Capricorn. I forget the rest.
see, like,
And my
how,
mama a Pisces.
how the fuck do you, like, can we just
We here now.
give somebody up? Because I would willing, like, no, I'm saying, because you look at,
Okay, yeah. Who would you give? What sign has to go?
I'm not even talking about sign. I'm talking about people in my sign who we
Goddamn.
would trade.
So you're gonna do a Gemini trade?
Yeah, because
Nope.
Trump is a Gemini.
Oh yeah, that nigga gotta go.
Well, maybe he should be a Taurus.
He should.
Well,
He should, because he's
Very
arrogant
bullhead. Yeah.
jackass. Just he's Taurus all the way.
He's a Taurus.
There's no way he should be a Gemini. Like I can see Taurus all over him. Because we gotta look at like Prince, Gemini, Pac,
Purple rain.
Gemini.
My
Purple
mama
rain.
Gemini. She is a Gemini to true and true.
You know how you love Kanye and shit when he not doing his weird shit.
Right.
Gemini.
Well, that explains his weird shit.
Because Biggie a Gemini too, ain't he?
I think he is.
I could have swore Biggie was a Gemini.
I think. For the power of Google, I'll be right back to you.
Yeah, power of Google. I thought Biggie was born in March.
That was the thing. I don't know. I'm not.
No, I thought he died in March, but he was a
Yeah,
Gemini.
that's what I think too.
Oh.
May 21st. Yep, him and my mom got the same birthday. I remember that now.
Biggie's
Yeah,
and Jimmy.
I'm like,
He just made Gemini.
Yeah, because it's where I know he died in March.
How the fuck did
And
Biggie
a lot
and
of
Pac
people
not
think
get
that.
along? I
They
know-
did get along, dog. One incident and one voice is what made all that happen.
Have you ever had that happen between you and another Gemini? Somebody split y'all up?
Well, nobody has split us up, but I put hands on somebody that has the same birthday as me. So, remember?
That does not count.
That person had it coming, though.
But I'm just saying,
Were y'all friends at one point in time before you beat them up?
no.
That's all right. That doesn't count. Like Biggie and Pac were once friends.
But that's because somebody got involved and played the middle and made it seem like this was a setup.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
And
See,
even
for
then,
me,
knowing me, they probably spoke even before then.
for me, Geminis are hidden. Like, there are Geminis that exist that I can understand why people look at us the way they do. Again, Trump is an example. But, like, oh, girl that I put hands on, like, there are certain people who are Gemini. Like, when I find out, I'm like, I'd be so mad. And it's usually on social media. It's some loudmouth bitch that just can't stay in her lane. And they just, it's like it's two sides.
I feel like that big
This
giving
Gemini
Castle
going.
is bad now.
You know who's a Gemini that should be traded? Ravi should actually be a Cancer.
I could take Ravi as a Cancer.
Ravi should be a Cancer. I love her to death, but
I
she
don't-
does not embody the life of a Gemini.
I've never cried as much as Ravi does, though.
She does not embody the life of a Gemini.
It made Geminis and June Geminis tend to be so different, though.
This is true.
Like, it's like June Geminis tend to have like that kind of, before I started going through everything, see how I was way more outgoing as a Gemini before. Like, I wanted to be out all the time and kicking it and doing all, like, it's just completely different. The May Geminis that I've always known have always been more of the low-key side. Like, they've been cool and mellow, or like they just corny and their sense of humor is whack and shit. Like Shantae. Shantae is a May Gemini.
Facts.
They all be like that. Like, just, they be stale. It's like we claim them because we got to embrace our own. But at the same time, it's like, dog, you really are just a fucking disappointment most times.
God damn.
But we love you anyway.
Which is why we need the Church of Kanye.
So we just gonna put Ravi in the Church of Kanye?
Actually, you know what?
Ravi could be the person that give you that baptize people.
I'm not letting Ravi
Because
baptize.
she'll cry when you cry. And then we'll play Ja Rule in the background. When
That
I
fucking baptism
cry,
pool gonna be full of her tears.
you
You ain't gonna
cry.
know
Right,
what's
that's
water
the
and
pool.
what's not.
You
She gonna
baptize in
dilute
the
it.
pool of Ravi tears. Nah. Ravi is the person who hugs you after you got baptized. Because they're so happy you gave your life over
to Jesus.
to Jesus.
I don't know if I want to give my life completely to Jesus.
That's why you got them fair weather friends that go to church sometimes.
All right,
You okay?
What would Kanye preach about? He would preach about the evils of designer fashion because the white people won't let him in.
I think actually Kanye's church would be a very confused woke church where he wants black folks to survive, but he gonna be like, do as I say, not as I do, because he clearly married a white woman.
Armenian.
Still white,
Armenian.
still European descent.
She's not Caucasian.
Just because she's not directly from the mountains of Caucasus does not mean
Cock.
Caucasus.
Caucasian.
It does not mean
I don't
that
know
she
why
was
it's so
a-
funny when y'all, like, motherfuckers call white people, they're like Anglo-Saxons. I don't know why.
Because it's dog
It makes
Anglo.
me laugh
Like
so
the word
hard.
Anglo is so funny.
That sounds like some weird freaky
That
butt
sounds
sex.
like Anglo. And then you say Saxon.
That sounds like weird freaky butt sex.
Ugh.
Yeah, babe, let me hit you with this Anglo. Cause I hang low.
Hey,
You just
you know
messed
what?
it all up.
Anglo. Yes.
Oh my god. Save it for your own show.
Don't go market that product.
Ah. Your thick chick sex toys.
No, this is actually gonna be.
Okay, wait a minute, before you go any further. You finished What Women Want, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember when she met the dude in the elevator, right?
Yeah.
And they went back to her crib?
Yeah.
The way his toy,
Oh, I was like,
that's
so
a big chick. That's a big chick swing.
Yeah.
That's a big chick swing.
Yeah. Oh man, I am so. Oh no, I got a whole like a marketing idea now.
Like I just thought of it. I
gotta
thought about
Google it and see if it exists.
Write it down.
Yeah, right there. Don't talk about it on air.
I had an idea.
It really don't matter what I do.
No,
because
somebody
taking my shit.
No, because I want you to patent it first. I want you to patent it first.
You're really upset about that.
I mean, after having the conversation with her and she explained to me why it cut deep, I get it. I get her anger.
We'll save that for Hoshin Aqua.
Well, technically, it's already aired.
About why you mad?
Yes. Yeah. You always do this, dog.
Where the fuck was I? Was I here?
Oh my god.
This drops after Hoshin Awkward.
Right.
We're talking about it today on Hoshin Awkward. So by the time we finish recording and I drop, when this comes out, it'll already
It already came out.
Stop talking like that.
You just need to start thinking.
I don't want to think.
Now I see why you say he can't be a Gemini. I get it.
Fuck being a Gemini. I am very happy being an emotionally charged Cancer.
Cancer is emotionally
Because
charging.
I'm loyal and I'll fuck you up.
Why do you sound like you explained the actual disease cancer?
Damn,
definitely loyal. It won't leave you the fuck alone.
I was just saying, like, you get cancer, you fuck. You kind of stuff. Well, it can always go into remission.
Yeah, but it don't mean it's gonna. It just means that I'm gonna let you chill for a minute, dog.
All right, man, I might let you chill for 10 years.
All right,
Nigga, herpes goes into remission. Nobody wants that either.
This is
But
the
I'm
friend that never leaves. Yes, I pop.
Okay, since we talking about
Yes, I pop up
herpes.
every now and
So,
then.
Doc, if you got some free time on your hand, check out Wanda Sykes' comedy special on Netflix.
I watched it.
Dog,
Wanda
Sykes.
Oh, I definitely
fucking
thought this was
funny.
coming into male B conversation.
I thought you was gonna talk about that on your show. That's why I didn't bring it up.
No.
Okay, so we here now. Fuck it.
Wait, who's Mel B? I'm confused.
Spice Girl.
Oh, okay.
All right, we'll get there in a minute. So, Doug, when she talking about how they all investigating Trump and everybody that's around dude, and how everybody either got fired, getting arrested, the whole 9 yards, but then Trump tweets, all clear over here. I feel bad for investigation number 1, like the guy they investigating. And she's like, dog, it's you. Like, think about it, man. If you done slept with a lot of people and all of a sudden everybody else pops up with herpes, sometimes you have to sit there and ask yourself, am I giving everybody herpes?
Oh, Wanda Sykes dead ass funny.
And she's funny because now that she old, her shit, the faces she be making look like old white folks' faces. And she do it on purpose.
For
too.
her to be that comfortable talking about racism when she married a white woman is hilarious.
And got 2 white kids she adopted.
That's funny.
But she added them in her jokes too, though.
Her white woman, her wife is French.
Yeah. She actually cute. Her wife is actually cute as shit. But, yeah, so on, if you didn't know, recently, Mel B has literally posted a photo of herself, right?
Right.
And she has some shit on her face, right?
Right.
And folks said the shit on her face is because she had a herpes outbreak. Because she got nutted in the face by Eddie Murphy.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah, I don't think he can hear to save that one.
Where's Kanye when you need him? Jesus.
No, it was funny. She had to go, do this whole retractatorial thing on Instagram saying that's not what this is about.
See, that being famous is too much pressure.
It is.
You can't say shit no more. Because every time you say something, you gotta follow with a disclaimer.
And if you don't say something, people pick up the ball and run very, very far with it.
You can't even beat up people no more.
Whoa.
I read an article that I don't know if you know this guy with the rapper, the baby.
I've been hearing y'all talk about it.
Apparently, beat the shit out of a fan for rolling up on him. But not even reading the article, but in that context, like he rolled up on you. You deserved his ass whooped.
I mean, by definition, you supposed to defend yourself in them situations.
Motherfucker roll up on you. He with the shits.
But you got to remember, we talking about white folks, dog. White folks are the same people who feel like everything should be solved by calling the cops or telling your teacher when you're in school, not handling your business.
Yeah, that shit don't work. For all the kids who may listen to the Death Rush show.
First of all, why?
Because we're responsibly irresponsible.
And we are kids then. We are fucking teenagers.
Pretty much. That's what this.
Shut up.
That's what this podcast is about. It's like sophomoric humor.
We made it to the sophomore status?
This podcast is like a sophomore high school field trip.
We are like freshmen who just finished the school semester, and it's that summer where we feel like we somebody now.
And still nobody.
Still nobody.
Still nobody. Yeah, I'm just saying. They always like, and I never understood that. Like when I used to go pick up my little sister from school, there is a banner in the school that says, "If you're being bullied, don't be afraid to tell the teacher." I might get your ass whooped even more.
Facts.
Now you snitching.
Because they get stitches.
It's like, oh, nigga told the teacher. I'll beat your ass every day at the school now.
Dog, this is terrible.
What's terrible?
I'll send it to you.
Can we talk about it on the air?
You got to see it in order to understand it. But continue on with your story.
Yeah, it's just... Yeah, bullying is terrible. People shouldn't do it.
Well,
But if you're gonna be bullied, if you gonna be a bully, please always prepare for the fact that one day the person that you bullying might get sick of your shit. And he might choose to deal with you whichever best way he sees fit.
But that's why most people cyberbully instead of face-to-face bully now.
You shouldn't do that either.
Because people hide behind false personas and then they bully you online, and then now when shit done got real and folks is really trying to come for you, they delete the whole profile and it's like, oh, well, never happened.
I'm just saying, like, if you want to bully motherfucker, just be prepared that one day he may whoop your ass or he may pull out the pistol and really be with the shits. That's why if motherfuckers say I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna take that shit literally, my God. Like, I don't know.
Especially if it's coming from a white person.
Like, you may really want to kill me.
I'm just saying.
That's why I was never a bully in high school.
You're too laid back to be a bully.
I left niggas alone.
I'm just saying.
Is that Tony Baker?
Oh, no.
How about you pop that Purina?
I'm just laughing. The fact that the little dog came over there and started twerking.
You're popping chow. Pow, pow.
But well, we've come to the end of this particular episode.
Have we? How long we been?
About an hour.
An hour?
Just snuck an hour in real quick. Crazy part was this was just supposed to be a sound check.
Tonight we are young. Closer to wildfire.
Yeah, all right. So I'd like to thank everybody for tuning into another episode of the Death Fresh Show. Make sure you check us out on all streaming platforms, wherever else you listen to your podcasts, such as Castbox, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio.
Yeah, what the fuck is Castbox?
It's basically a hub for all podcasts. So no matter where you normally post your podcast at, apparently it pulls all of them together, regardless.
Because somebody was like, yeah, folks, I listen to you on Castbox. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, it's the central hub for all pods.
I had a Dave Chappelle moment like where he was like, what the fuck is juice?
It's juice. All right, so also shout out to the Milwaukee Bucks. We understand that,
No, fuck that. I don't understand.
that the world is not fair. And, somebody from the higher ups came and sat y'all down one afternoon and was like, hey, this run finna stop here. And y'all wasn't with the shits, which is why game 3 went to double overtime. Yeah.
Man, so you call it conspiracy?
I'm calling conspiracy on this one. And I'm not even a Bucks fan. I'm a Knicks fan. So for me to say this shit.
Oh, the capital, because you know what? Y'all rigged the draft 30 years ago and ain't been shit since.
First of all, I wasn't watching the Knicks 30 years ago.
Niggas got Pat Ewing.
I don't know. I feel like you were.
I wasn't a Knicks fan back then.
Not back when they got Pat Ewing.
No, I was in a fucking dirty D of Detroit at the time. The Pistons.
Are you a Pistons fan when they got Pat Ewing? When did you become a Knicks fan? Before we go, we're here now. I like to know the origin of you liking the fucking Knicks.
It had to been
Because the Knicks have never really been all that great for anybody to be like, I'm a fan of the Knicks.
when.
So you strictly had to have been like a Pat Ewing fan. Even
No, it wasn't even
watching these bum ass niggas.
crazy as it was when was it Charles Oakley in them? Now Oakley bounced by the end.
You look like an Oakley fan.
I was an Oakley fan, dog. I think it was when LJ came over.
So you probably late 98, 99?
Yeah, when LJ came over.
Okay. That's respectable. Larry Johnson was trying to do some things.
Yeah, I think when
Well-
LJ came over, I was there, and then all of a sudden, we had the little rough patch, and then it was the infamous draft that we ended up picking Melo and shit, and it was like, okay, home state nigga,
You didn't
From
pick
Syracuse.
You didn't pick Melo.
but you know what I mean.
Melo forced his way to New York and fucked up the whole
Yeah, no, hold on, I'm getting there.
roster. You fucked up
Getting
the
there.
whole roster.
Hold on, I'm getting there. I was gonna say, like, we got the hometown dude going up for the draft. We gonna get Melo. Denver picked up Melo. It was like, okay, cool. A few years later, he was like, you know what? Fuck this Colorado shit. This air too thin.
So he
I need some
decided to
shit
fuck up a whole team.
I need some shit to do. I want to go back to New York. I just met this chick named Lala. She kind of famous on MTV. Let me go ahead and make this New York move. So we, did a little rearranging and moved some furniture around.
He fucked up the whole team.
Hold on, bro.
What part of that are you not getting?
I'm not getting to that part of my life yet. So we got this dude. It's like, okay, cool. We got some potential. We was doing some things. Then there was this little scrawny ass nigga named J.R. Smith on our team. And I don't know who in the fuck told this nigga that he was greatness.
Hennessy.
And that's exactly the reason why I hate Hennessy. So he just thought that he was the dude.
First of all, before Melo, damn, J.R. Smith was he was in Denver when Melo was there, and he was in New York.
Yes, came with that fucker. Hate him.
Why do you hate J.R. Smith?
Because he thinks he's better than... You know how that one nigga who just happens to get a little money and they wild out and then they never calm the fuck down since then? They only got a little money because, let's say, their grandma passed and left them with something in the will. So now they talking all this shit, don't want to do nothing, think they better than everybody else. They got a little money. That's the vibe I get from JR.
He did get drafted straight out of high school, so.
And he got a little bit, so did, a lot of other people. They was humble. Garnett got drafted straight out of high school. And
then
he hung out in Minnesota.
he told another grown man wife that she smelled like Honey Nut Cheerios.
Juan, you have said some terrible things yourself, so
I've never
the only difference is
never
KG is tall as fuck and got money.
I've never told nobody wife she smelled like Honey Nut Cheerios.
But you told,
Not. Why you always gotta bring that up?
because it was terrible. And you going in on somebody talking about a wife like you didn't tell this young boy's mother in front of him that you would fuck the shit out of her. This young man now has this fucking image of, man, this big greasy motherfucker's really trying to lay on top of my mom, and now he probably is scarred for life because of you.
He don't even remember me.
I think he probably remembers that. He might not remember you, but he remembers that moment.
Well, when
Because
he,
that nigga looked at you like he was going to stab you as soon as he found something.
well, when he
Because Bree was about to go ape shit. We was walking in the mall, and she must have heard some dude say something like, damn, she fine as shit. And she was like, Mom, I'm gonna need us to go home because I'm finna fade somebody. I was like, you see somebody from school? Then she told me what dude said, and she was like, I'm not playing with nobody today. And I started cracking up.
Dog, Reese said she was going to fade something. You know what?
Well, look, man, when that young man turns 18, if he so hard desires to run my fade, we can fight about it.
Nigga, he ain't
just
going
finna kill Billet.
he just going to up you, dog.
He can try it.
I think he can handle it. Think about it, bro. He was, like 8 at the time?
Right.
So 10 years from that moment, you're going to be in your middle 30s. You have enough Tampico and chicken in your system that you might not be able to stick a move like you think you could. Little young nigga come and hit you with the pie-ow. You hit the ground hard. And then he going to sit down and be like, I didn't like what you said about my mama. And you're going to be confused as, who did you say this to? And then that's when you're going to see his face and realize. And at that point in time, the Afro Samurai music kicks in, fading out to some Samurai Jack. You just going to walk away.
Jack, Samurai Jack. Samurai Sean.
But then it's gonna be like a call back to the beginning. Let's go zoom in. Juan gonna be holding his chest and he'll be like, go in then. And then it's gonna fade to black.
No, the go in then is when the killer blow gonna happen. He's gonna hear it.
I'm mad that you think my death will be like anime.
I'd rather your death than the sex life.
Oh! With that being said, Juan, take us home.
Today's podcast was brought to you by astrology. We talked about Geminis and Cancers, and how I am a Cancer and Mimi is a Gemini, and Tom's a piece of shit.
What the hell?
Stop.
Sagittarius are fantastic.
Y'all creeps.
Yeah, I didn't say it wasn't that. It's still fantastic.
Because between you and
Come
Juan,
along,
all the motherfuckers need to make their heads.
fantastic voyage.
Lies.
And my granny was a Sagittarius, and we know how kinky she was.
This is true statement. I have to
And
court rest her case.
we are responsibly irresponsible, and we're out.
And we're out.